Over the past few weeks, we've heard some cynical talk about how black folks and white folks and Latinos cannot come together. We've heard it before. We've heard talk about the so-called black-brown divide. And whenever I hear this, I take it seriously because I'm reminded of Latino brothers and sisters that I worked alongside on the streets of Chicago more than 2 decades ago. As some of you know, after college, when I was not much older than most of you, I went to work as a community organizer for a group of Christian churches, helping to lift up poor neighborhoods that had been devastated by the steel plants that had closed in the southeast of Chicago. Thousands of people had been laid off. And what was powerful about these steel plants was that they had been the source of employment and health care and benefits for all people. Mexican Americans had traveled there to work. African Americans had worked there. Whites had worked there. And so everybody was in the same union. Everybody was in the same movement. Everybody was working on behalf of a better future for their children and their grandchildren. And one of the things that happens when the plants closed was everybody lost their jobs. And the communities were devastated, and the commercial strips were boarded up, and suddenly you started seeing young people on the streets. And people were divided. And because people were divided, they felt disempowered. And sometimes they turned on each other. And the idea behind the organization of these Christian churches was that if we could bring people back together, if they could recognize themselves in each other, if they understood that they shared the same hopes and the same dreams that everybody in America shares, a belief that we should be able to find a job that pays a living wage, that we shouldn't be bankrupt when we get sick, that we should be able to send our kids to college even if we're not rich, that we should be able to retire with some dignity and some respect. If we recognized those common dreams, then ordinary people could do extraordinary things. And so we came together and we organized job training for the jobless and after-school programs for youth and economic development strategies for the community. So when I talk about issues that affect the Latino community and the black community and the white community, urban issues that affect all of us, this is not just the rhetoric of a campaign. It's the cause of my life.